Foundation coming at you with a predictions fight for the UFC 13. Getting back into it, little more, but not there, quite there yet. So again, I'm gonna roll with the fights that I know and everything like that. So first on the undercard, I do know another local brother, Travis Hopper Brown versus Oleksiy Oleinik. Oleinik was I remember his one fight because I remember I had to call my friend. He's into jiu-jitsu, and one of my coworkers, he's into jiu-jitsu, and I was like, man, what the hell was that? That is Ezekiel choke and everything. So I had to call him up because I was like, man, it was so weird. He did this backwards. He did it from his back of his neck and everything like that, and then they had to explain to me how it was done and all that. So it was a trip, and that's who he is. Oleinik is a very crafty fighter, and Travis Brown, very strong, very knockout power guy. Scrap. And that's what I'm gonna roll with the local boy. I think he has to be aware that he can get into a chess match with him. But I think if he can lay his bombs on him, he can pull out the victory. Next is Showtime Pettis versus Miller. Anthony Pettis coming back to the lightweight. I remember his fight with Holloway. Got the which is no shame. He lost that fight, but he's more of on a downward side. I think he moved to 145 to get it. Because he was having a kind of a losing streak, and then he figured out that it's too much taxing on the body to be dropping down that much weight and everything. So he's gonna make his comeback. Well, he's an all levels fighter, submissions, takedowns, great striking, good enough knockout power and everything like that. Everybody remembers that highlight kick that he did. Jim Miller, strong wrestler, strong, powerful knockout power. A lot of people do not give him credit for his his submission defense and his overall submissions in general. And that's what I'm gonna roll with. I'm gonna roll with Jim Miller on this one. I just think that it's gonna motivate him a little bit because he's the guy that everybody kind of goes, okay, can you break the top 5 if you beat Jim Miller? He's gonna kind of like let you know where you're at. And the story gonna be is like, oh, he's gonna Pettis is gonna go back for the title, the title picture, and go back for the title and everything like that. So I think that Jim Miller is gonna be a little bit motivated, like, hey, I can fight. I'm not just a plateau guy. If you give me the right opportunity, I can win any fight, kind of thing. Next is Overeem versus Verdum. The first fight, I had to go back and look at Pride because I wasn't as much into UFC, MMA back then. But then when a lot of the Pride fighters started coming to the UFC, they had a lot of success. So I was like, I saw it on YouTube. He submitted him. Verdum submitted Overeem, and then in the UFC, Overeem got his win back. Well, in the first fight, Verdum kind of surprised, Overeem with some good striking. I think he took for granted of that. I think Overeem took for granted of that. And when he did finally get it, when they did get it to the ground, you never know. It's kind of thing like a puncher's chance. You never go to the ground with a submission artist because then he can get you in a submission really quick. But then Overeem did come back. Pretty much was more prepared for the striking and pretty much dominated the whole fight. And that's what I'm going to roll with. I'm going to roll with Overeem just because I think now he has the confidence and knowing that he can defend the takedowns and at the same time being smart enough to not take for granted of the striking. Next is Romero and Whitaker. I really do not know who I'm gonna pick. Whitaker is, very accurate, very, aggressive striker, very smart striker, very well rounded. His fight with Sakura. Oh man, I mean, it was kind of surprising. And then Romero, what a fight! I mean, he's a beast, man. So, with his wrestling and his knockout, I mean, he's a bad dude. And I you know what? I'm gonna roll with Romero. I might regret this, but I'm gonna roll with Romero. I think they're gonna throw some bombs. Whoever gets that one good shot in could be the winner in this fight and all that. But also I think with his wrestling and all that, his more violent style. I think with the striking as well too, he can set up and he can control the fight a little bit better and everything. So I'm gonna roll with Romero on that one. Finally, Nunes versus Shevchenko. In their first fight, the first 2 rounds went to Nunes, but in the third round, Shevchenko made it a very interesting fight, and she did not quit. She didn't get down on herself. So maybe she thinking that now it's a 5-round fight. Maybe if she can weather the storm and then get I'm not saying stamina wise. I think as the fight goes on, I think maybe she gets more comfortable or gets a little bit more whatever to maybe take over the fight and all that. But both women is very well-rounded, ground striking, wrestling, whatever they can do. They can do any way, which way you can. But I'm gonna go with Nunes. I think her knockout power is not to be underestimated. I'm not saying that she's gonna knock her out. I just think that she can get that much ahead in the fight. Maybe she can put her away. That remains to be seen. But Shevchenko's not gonna quit. But I think with the striking and everything, that I think with her knockout power could keep her off balance enough where she can keep Shevchenko at an arm's length and all that. So anyway, that's my video. All right, this is the foundation. Aloha.